So I'm sitting here with the director and the star of Waiting to Exhale. It's a full circle. Let's talk about just working together again and how special it is to be here for this film together.
I mean,
any opportunity that I get to join my brother here is one that I welcome and I look forward to and that I sign up for. I would have to, all I have to know is that he's going to be there and I'm there because of his excellence, his commitment, his heart, his, just thoroughly, immersed of himself. This is so special, Black Panther. It's historic, it's iconic, it's a first. It's been, audiences have been craving this, and for Marvel to show up and bring it, and to bring it in such a magnificent and huge manner is so important.
Just the other day, watching the premiere, people were screaming at the inside the theater, which you don't hardly ever see.
Not a premiere, no.
Premiere. So when it comes to
jumping
you guys
up and pumping their
it
fists
was
and
a
their
proud
arms.
Proud night.
Yeah.
So when it comes to all the the movies that you've worked on, been a part of, all the years together that you've experienced Hollywood, what does this mean for Hollywood, and are you able to even grasp it at this point? Because I feel like it's going to be one of the biggest movies ever.
Yes, I think it's going to be one of the biggest movies of all time.
We feel that, we sense that, yes, of all time.
Yeah. I think one thing, just talking about that, just the fact that it sold out more tickets than any other Marvel comic, is a statement in itself. The statement of just from business terms. Of making more films, of giving more opportunities to explore these areas, because it's just financially feasible and lucrative for the studios,
Absolutely.
Just in that way. I think in the other ways of how it affects culture and everything is going to be, we can't tell yet, but I can see that it's going to affect the culture in so many different ways.
When we're watching on screen, this is like a movie that you almost could have watched with the sound off. It was so vibrant and just so full of color and just life. So watching it, what were your thoughts when it came to just the proud sense of seeing Africa in such just a beautiful color respect?
It really was a sense of pride and really magnificent because, the making of this type movie, you can imagine there's a lot of, a blue screen, so there's a lot that we don't see in the making of. So to see the renderings and the imagination of just leap onto that screen. It was a lot that was just fresh and brand new for each of us as we sat there and saw it for the first time in that auditorium.
Absolutely. There's been a term that's been tossed around a little bit in culture when it comes to, it's called black girl magic. And there's this idea that, what we're seeing is somewhat magical. In a sense, magic is almost it's mysterious. It's almost as if this is a coincidence that all this is happening. But there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that goes into the behind the scenes that we don't get to see. So do you think the term black girl magic, as magical as this moment is, that it in a sense undermines from the work or takes away from all of the blood, sweat, and tears that you guys put in as actors?
I don't think it takes away, and I'm not one to believe in. I don't trust in coincidences, or there's a saying, and I like to co-opt it and say it's too coincidental not to be intentional.
Sure.
So the magic that we speak of, I think. I know that black women have possessed. We show up and we show out and we change things when we do, as is evident in our nation and recently in terms of putting folks in office who need to be there to lead and to protect and to
many of our movements
service.
are started by black women that are happening right now to change things. I think Black Girl Magic, as you say, whatever is moving forward the nation in a lot of different ways, and that's one group of people or individuals that are trying to do that. And I think the movie itself is trying to even, celebrate the power of what these women coming together means. Because if you say magic in every sense of being able to make something become manifest, you know what I mean? I think that's a powerful thing. And these women that we see in the movie are able to do that. They're running the nation. He's there, he's listening, but if you notice, everybody who's telling him what to do all around him are the women that in his life. And I think...
And he listens.
Yeah, he listens.
Absolutely. Well, we're listening, and you guys are speaking very loudly with this film, and I think it's a great film for the future generations to see. So thank you again. We look forward to more of your work in the future.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone.